Hello. How are we doing? How's everyone doing? Hi. I don't have very much planned, but we're just going to keep chugging along. Figured why not come on here and see if anyone wants to hang out. And we can chit chat, hang out for a little bit. I'm going to keep moving forward on this project. I've done some stuff offline. I'll talk about it and we can kind of walk through. I'll reveal for anyone that's here what I've been working on like for way too long. It's not entirely wired up, but I guess let's see if I can get that running, and we'll preview it for anyone who decides to jump in here, who got the notification and decided to hop in. You get the perks of being first, I suppose. Let's see. We need... where was that? That was... I think I have to go to this scene. All right, we're going to change scenes. And where was this pointed to? Okay, so we need this one. Nope. It is, I believe, this one. So let's do... Not that. Okay. Let's see if we let's do this. Let's do this. No. ¿Por qué no? Let's go here. Oh, yeah, that's right. What are you doing? Okay, there it is. All right. So for anyone who decided to come hang out, be the first in here, we're going to reveal this. It's not done. It's a work in progress, but I kind of was working on it, and then we, as I do, got sidetracked into other things, and we're still making progress. We're moving in that direction, but I'll show you this guy here. Ready? All right. Yeah. Welcome, follower. All right. That's it. The objective here is to, we're going to get this all wired up to our event bus, and we're going to be able to trigger the follow alerts and a bunch of other stuff. to obviously replace the names, which is not hard at all. But doing all the work on that guy was an interesting endeavor last night. So we're just going to keep going. Eventually, I guess our objective at some point, probably not today, but at some point, is to get that wired up to trigger for new followers, since right now that's all we can get. So if you haven't followed, please follow. Yay. All right. Let's hop over here now. Well, and our song's over. Here, let's get a new song. All right. What do we want to do? Where was I? I even forget where I left off at. We got to reorient ourselves. I know I was doing something. I was doing alert stuff, and then I got sidetracked into building out this Twitch library. Oh yeah, and I was trying to hook up things to the event bus to get the follows, which I am getting things. So I think if I pull this up here, okay, I don't need you anymore. Let's do a little bit of cleanup here. Okay. And we can kill this. Alright. And yep. We want this. Come on. Thank you. Oh, we gotta lock in. Oh, we need a lock in. We need a. We need one of these. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna. If I do source API. This gives me an event bus. I need to take the log out. Where was that? Yo. Oh, I think we got this stuff split up. This is alert stuff. We don't need you anymore. Go away. Go away. Hasta luego. Ciao. Okay. And collapse you. We're pulling like all of the Twitch related stuff into here. And was it over here? Where do we make the logger? All right, there's a logger. And logger gets passed through on a context. And context goes to here. And in here is where I was. We're not going to log that. We're going to be good peoples. All right. Invalid Ostegon. They just don't last like they used to. All right. Let's get a new one. We have a script for that. That also needs to be pulled out. In fact, it's just a file, so let's move it out of. Yeah, I'm just gonna move it from chat into here. So now it's under the Twitch umbrella. What? Sure. What is this? Oh, encode scopes. Pull it out of that lib. That can come in here. All right, come down here. There we go. And now we can pull over here. Code scopes will come from lib. Yeah? Oh, just lib. Yes. I need to install. All right, before we do that, let's add Express and open. Cool. Now we can run Twitch source, get access to it. And this is going to pop open another browser, which you're not going to see. It's going to refresh my token, rewrite that back to my computer. So that's done. And now we can run Twitch source API. And we should have a token. There we go. And we are now subscribed to the event bus. We've got 3 subscriptions in there. We're listening for follows, we're listening for bans, we're listening for when I go online, which I didn't have it running, or I probably would have gotten that event. Let's see. The ban was like the only thing that I figured. Oh, I can shout out now. Okay, we're not doing anything with that file. Not doing anything with that file. These are the 2 that we're working on. We have subscriptions. Do I even need? Yeah, I think that, okay. I was getting confused because of there being multiple ways to listen, I think, and certain things I thought would happen weren't happening, but I think I figured it out. We have, so this doesn't need to be assigned. Unless we need to pause it or resume it or something like that. So a follow event, we should get that, but I have no way to test it. I'm not using this for channel messages. I don't have permissions with my user for that. The online events, okay. We don't need that. We don't need this, which is part of what I was doing wrong the other night. We can say on, what do we want? Hi, Allison, Ace. Oh God, wait. Oh God. Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hi, Skiz. Hi, Cyber. Hi, Jimmy. How's everybody doing? Hi, Dirk. Hi. Welcome. All right, everybody's in here. Watch this. All right, we didn't break me. Watch this. It's in progress, but since we have everybody here, I'm gonna run this just because I was working on it earlier. Check this out. This is gonna be the follower notification. So if anyone follows, you're not gonna get that right now, but we're working on it. So we're gonna obviously swap that out and make that pop up automatically. But for anybody, since I have everyone's attention, we're basically building all sorts of things. We've spent the last couple streams building a shoutout command, but my objective is to basically build my own bots here on Twitch build integrations with all the lights and things that I have in here, build integrations with third parties, basically make streaming awesome. And so whatever streamers need, we'll just build it here on Twitch. And we're working on building a foundation. So what we've got up on the screen here, and I don't mean to scare everybody away if we swap over to some programming, but we've started to build out like a generic chat bot. We've started to build out an event bus so that we can communicate between multiple services. We're building a wrapper around the Twitch API, so we're just building this foundation. And along the way, we're going to be building things for this stream. So we do have one command. So let's give since everybody's here, let's give a nice shout out. Do I have everything running? This is the problem. Let's see if we can give a demo of something that we've actually built here. I just need to get everything running, which will eventually be automated, but right now is not. So we're going to come over here. Just walk everybody through this. You're going to get a quick rundown of what we do here. Speed round. All right, so we've got we want to run our bot. So our bot is called Woof Woof Woof. He doesn't have a name, but that's what we call him here. And so we're going to we need to start this, and then we're going to start up our bot. So we're going to go to chat source Woof Woof Woof. If I can type source Woof Woof Woof. All right, and that should spin up our chatbot. Cool. And so he's listening. The other thing that we need, so we're going to split this. Do this. Is we're going to spin up our nice little. Where to go? I think it's also in chat. So we're going to do this. We're going to run, and we're going to say chat source Streamlabs. So this is our, I didn't mention this earlier, this is our Streamlabs integration. So you can see the scene that I've got right there. And am I on the programming scene? I'm on the programming scene. So what should happen, and we do a lot of testing here, and we break things, and we do it live. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to do this shout out, and we're going to see if it works. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, well, I don't think there could be a better clip than that. So you know how it's pronounced, right? So that was fun. But that's basically what we spent a couple streams doing. Was we were building the connective tissue so that we can have a bot do things on stream, interact. We can pass stuff through a message bus over to Streamlabs, control Streamlabs. We're doing that with Twitch now, so we're just building a bunch of integrations and it'll all come together. So let's check out chat. Now that I've kind of told you a little bit about me. Yes, we've got some croissants in the chat. What else do we got? Never use Twitch API, just scrape chats. Yes, I've done that too. Dom, we're advancing. We now, fun story, I have a bot that monitors Twitch chat and ingests users, like basically writes chat messages per user into databases, and I'm attempting to do some analysis, some text analysis on that. So that'll be a fun project that I'll share with everybody at some point on stream here. That is a high quality wolf. Yes, I spent more time than I would like to say making that a thing. Skiz, how's it going? Cyber said hi. Inch High Gamer. A silent clip I could hear clearly. Was it silent? Oh, you know what? That's so the audio I've still been trying to figure out because it was patched through. I don't know. That was a Streamlabs thing. I'll figure it out. Like I said, we're just doing stuff live here. The one that gave you stats of most used words. Oh, that's fun. just for fun. Yeah, I mean that's like the motivation behind all this is it's fun, and we can. So I welcome anybody that wants to hang out and build stuff and try things and break things. That's the nice thing. What I intend to do is just like chats like all the betas in chat are going to be beta testing this stuff. So we'll have a good time. We'll build some cool stuff. I appreciate, again, thanks to the lovely Miss Allison Ace for that massive raid. To somebody who doesn't even have any notifications to celebrate that, but I do appreciate it. You're a real one. Cool. Well, that's my yapping. We will, if anybody has questions, please shoot them in chat. I do teach programming a lot, so I'm very used to, there are no dumb questions in here. I've answered a lot of questions in my day, so throw them at me. We'll learn some stuff, we'll work on some stuff, we'll build some stuff. It'll be a rocking good time. Obsessed. That's right. That's right. We need a lurk command. We need a lurk command. We need a barking up the wrong tree. I tend to do that a lot. Emote. We need a lock-in command. There's just so much. Like we're starting from almost nothing. And I go in all sorts of crazy directions. So but we do have some cool beats. Everything I learned about programming went obsolete a year later. I never really picked up on other languages after that. Things do change. This has been my life for a very long time. And I am constantly learning things because things are always changing. And I am secretly terrified of falling behind. So I'm not doing anything yet with AI. Not like I've used the APIs for like Sonnet, Claude Sonnet, and ChatGPT and all that to just do stupid stuff, but I've been reading up on like building models and things like that. So at some point we'll probably find our way into that territory and actually do something a little bit more than just use APIs where we're sending tokens and getting stuff back. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's new territory for me. Yeah, Lemmy. It does change. Ever changing. That's what's fun about it, right? And then it's like this secret power where you can basically do whatever you want, right? You can make things happen, make things a reality that did not exist before. never changes. I love my Macromedia Flash Basic Pascal. Yep. I started back in the days of Macromedia Flash and building little Flash games. Actually, that came after I started. Those were some times. I still have projects that are in VB, in Visual Basic. I make Claude write all my SQL now. I hate SQL. Fair. SQL, there's some gnarly SQL out there. That's for sure. I'm going to leave. Thanks, Allison. Bye. Thanks for the raid. Oh yeah, chat, that's a restricted. TI basic. Nope. Not familiar. Use ChatGPT to analyze my answers. on my phone system dialer to detect if it's actually a real human or an answering machine, as well as a few other AI services. Nice. Yeah, that sounds like a dope use case. It's like it's like the modern CAPTCHA. Are you a real human? Hypercard, Hyperstudio. Nope. We're now I am being dated because this is we're now further back. I got my start. So 2001 is basically the year that I count as getting started. All right. So yeah, this is quite the raid because I did not have much planned. I was just gonna chill. So yeah, we have that follow. What I was doing when everyone stormed in here and kicked the door down was we were looking at. I still have it running. We were looking at some events, and I see that there have been some events. Hold up. I've had this running in the background. So we are attached to the Twitch event bus, which essentially we can subscribe. We can open up a connection, a WebSocket to Twitch and say, hey, we are interested in knowing about these types of events. Right now, I'm interested in knowing about channel bans. I'm interested in knowing about when somebody follows, and I'm interested in when I go online. And this is just what I was doing while I was testing. And we have some events in here. We have 3 follow events. So let's acknowledge those folks who have just followed some time ago. We've got Cyber. Appreciate the follow. Thank you, friend. We've got Inch High Gamer. Hi. Nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen you before. And Jimmy. Thank you. Appreciate it, as always. So yeah, we can see those are coming in. And so if we step back and we think what the next steps are, or kind of the big picture here for a second, we've got a follower animation. We've now have a mechanism that's in the works, but kind of a proof of concept of, hey, we can talk to Twitch. Twitch can let us know when these follow events happen. So now it's up to us. We just have to do something based on receiving this event. And that do something will be a call out to Streamlabs to tell it, hey, you need to play the follower scene. Or toggle. Right now, I've just got it toggled so that you change the visibility and it plays. We have to take one more step, and we have to inject the username. So we should be able to get the user information out of that follow event, I believe, and we'll be able to pass that over to our browser source as well so that we can fill all that goodness in. Inchai. Yeah, like a coding stream. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Glad you're here. You know, the coding streams, I feel like this is turning into a yapping stream because it's very difficult to like do both at the same time, to maintain a linear conversation and write code, or at least for me, and like maintain what I'm trying to think about in code. What you'll typically hear is me talking through my thought process a lot. That's what I've been doing. So and we can talk about it as we go. But I'm trying to make this as engaging as possible. We'll get there. I promise. I'll keep working. Don't leave. Using WebSockets for your custom browser sources? Yes. Yeah. So actually, if I swap over here, maybe. Let's see if we can. Oh, what did I do? I don't have it over here. Oh, okay. Did I? Nope, I broke it. Let's go back here. Why is that? I know why. It's sharing the wrong one. figured it out. Yeah, so what I was going to show you is this here. So this is just a local server that's running, and that's basically all it's doing is just loading up a browser source and injecting. So we can actually change this. This will be a good thing I'll kind of show you the high level, since more people can probably catch on to where we're at. So we want to inject that follower piece. So what's happening here is this is just loading a web page, and these are two separate assets that are being rendered side by side. We've got the wolf, and then we've got the text next to it. And we can control what that text says programmatically. The wolf, we can't. He's always going to be there doing his thing. But we can change that. So if I come, and let me bring chat back so I can see. How are we going to do this? I usually just toggle back and forth like this. So if we do this, and I go up, and I'll show you my alert box up here. Source, this is just a basic React little application. It's totally overkill. And we've got our video. This is our wolf. And we're using Lottie to bring in basically a bunch of JSON text and render it as a video. That's where we're doing the animations. So right here, I know it looks nasty. I've not messed around enough with Lottie to know like what these stand for, if they even stand for anything. It might just be a minified like random characters. Although I have noticed that it's always this TDKST abbreviations, so that tends to be the same. But effectively, so who followed? Let's hit up Cyber. So let's give Cyber his. Here we go. So if we throw your name in there for right now, and we toggle back. In fact, I have to go back here. Well, yeah. Let me swap. I think I can bring that in here. We're doing it live. Yep. So let's add that here. So, and look, we found a bug. But the idea here is we can change that text dynamically that's in the code, and we can therefore change the animation altogether. So this piece here is effectively what needs to change based on that event. So someone follows, the name comes in here, that gets changed, the animation pops up, and suddenly it's all as well. So I bet if I make this lowercase and re-trigger this. Yeah. So I did notice this, and it's something else I have to look into, that Lottie, I basically have to make all of the glyphs for every single character. And I noticed the D's missing too because it's uppercase. So I only made, let's fix this. So I only made lowercase. And now we're seeing that, yes, I need uppercase too. I didn't even think about that. But so here we go. We're testing live. So we need to take that into consideration. But yeah, that's kind of the process. Like, we've got kind of all the pieces here. Now the magic is putting them all together and cleaning it up so it's not this hodgepodge of attempting to, manually do all this stuff. Oh, WebRTC, that makes sense, Cyber. That is the voice, well, video invoice of the web, which makes sense. Real-time communication. Built-in agent, styler interface, video conference, some other shit. Yeah, makes sense. Streaming, coding, yapping, balance is hard. I know some use a Pomodoro timer, like 40 minutes coding, yap for 20 repeat. That could be. Yeah. We're still like figuring it out, but I do talk a lot just naturally while I'm programming and like to get my ideas out there. How am I liking WSL? You replaced you with E. Yeah. So let's see. How do I like WSL? It's fine. I mean, I've been using it since it started. like 2014, I want to say, around there. I don't have any issues with it. Asterisk. Like, I've come across some nuance when I'm running things like Docker and doing volume mounts, and we ran into an issue. In fact, do I have it in here? I have it in here somewhere. Oh, the Streamlabs. So if I come in here, this is just another thing that we ran into a couple of streams ago. If I go to chat, Streamlabs, we're going to have a funky IP in here for the... I moved it into an environment variable because I'm a good programmer. But effectively, we ran into an issue because Streamlabs is running on the Windows side, and this is running in WSL. So by default, it was attempting to connect over 127.0.0.1 or localhost, which would be the WSL side of the house, and I had to call out to through the network interface and get that IP to be able to talk to Streamlabs. So it's like little things like that if you're not aware of, I can see why those little things would cause people headaches, and I've had my fair share of headaches along the way like that. But once you figure it out, or once you understand that there's a separation and how to work around that, it's been fine for me. Now, my travel laptop, where I spend the other half of my time, that's a System 76 Linux laptop. So I'm either in Windows land, programming in WSL, or I am straight Linux. I don't putz around with Macs. So WSL, it has it's built with Windows, so I'm not sure exactly how they did the hypervising ish, because it's kind of native to it. But you do have to have all the virtual stuff enabled at both the BIOS level and in Windows to be able to run it. So they're doing something. I really don't care, because as long as it works, it works. Now, if we want to talk hypervisors, for anybody that's left in here, that box back there is one of my servers. So we've got a Proxmox server. We've got a couple others where I'm running VMs. I've got some mini PCs over on the shelf, and at some point, all of this will be running there, and we'll also be putzing around. I've spent years in cyber security, so I've got some like security instrumentation and stuff running on there, and we'll eventually start doing some cybersecurity streams as well, and looking at some of that. That's also down the road, and things that I would love to integrate with some of this stuff as well. Maybe from I don't know exactly from what perspective, but it's applicable pretty much everywhere. Maybe building out like a SaaS offering or some sort of cloud thing that people can mess around, and then we'll do a deep dive into doing some security and setting up firewalls and configurations and all that. It's going to be super, super niche, super nerdy, I guess. But I imagine that if I cultivate that audience, and if anyone's sticking around watching this, and if you're getting excited, then that's the type of people that we want in here. We've also got a couple more follows, so let's give them a shout out. We've got I have the smallest screen over here. We're gonna move this. We've got A Savage 5. Thank you, thanks for following. We've got Dom Dunk, and oh gosh, names. What? Such Maradu. Man, that one's tricky for me. Suj, thank you for the follow. Olivero, or Olivero. Got to roll those R's, or attempt to. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking around. I'm assuming everybody in here either came through from the raid, so if you have, I appreciate you sticking around. And if you've followed or found us because maybe we jumped up, or you saw the numbers jump up, thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it. I've got so much in store for things that I want to do. It's basically endless. And that's part of why I wanted to build this stuff from scratch, right? Like, I know that we could get something off the shelf, but this is a great opportunity to kind of build what we want and do it live. Remy, you made it here. Hi, how's it going? Got your first time chat. That's what I'm being told. Welcome. I'm thinking launching version. Right now it's only available Linux. That makes sense. So, Cyber, do you have a desktop client? Or is it all backend? Like, is the dialer, do you have a desktop app in Linux, or is it just fully backend? I guess, what's the interface? Because the reason I say that is I've done quite a bit with, I think you say it, Tori, which is basically an alternative to Electron that is way better in my opinion, having worked with both. And so building cross-platform UIs with that framework has been a breeze. I've done some desktop applications for folks in the manufacturing industry, and that's what I've used. This feels like a work meeting now. Sorry. No, this is fun. We're gonna see. We're chilling. We're just vibing, right? We're just having a good time. Suj, hi. Was lurking out of the chat. Now here we are. Yep. Hi, Remy. She dragged you over here. I appreciate everyone being here. Backend runs a Linux interface. The browser any smart. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. So it's just entirely a web app. That makes sense. The base part of my software uses something called Asterisk. I think I had heard you mention that. I am not privy on VoIP stuff. I couldn't even tell you the one I messed around with. Like years ago on the streams, I would do a call-in. It was a very different stream. And I'm trying to think of what I used, but it was some off-the-shelf thing that I did almost no work to other than give it a phone number. The VPS or hardware settings keep me Oh, interesting. Yeah. I mean, Cyber, anytime you want to chat, you know how to reach me. So, but yeah, that's interesting. Kicking is streaming. Remy, it's not that bad, I promise. Chaotic, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome in. WSL just Hyper-V. I'm sure that's the Hyper-V stuff needs to be enabled, but I'm not going to pretend to sit here and try and dictate how it works because I do not know. I am not certain. All right. Let's get back to it. I'm really curious what this event is going to give me. So if we go to the right file, right? This is, I feel like when I'm streaming, anyone go to dev conferences and everyone like says a quick prayer to the demo gods before they start coding live at the end of their talk. Every time I'm like, yeah, let's get back to programming. I have that feeling of, all right, we're doing it. So we've got, here's my, nope, that's the online. Here's my follow event. And I hate that they give you this, but I guess, okay, we can go here. And we can look at what she do. So we come over here and gotta come up with a faster way to like change tabs, but here we go. We have all these properties. Well, I say all these. We've got some. So we've got broadcaster display name, broadcaster ID, broadcaster name, follow date, user ID and username, the name of the following user. Okay, so this is like my broadcast ID. This is my name. So we're interested in username, user ID, specifically username. I betcha. So let's build out. They also don't have types for this, which is that I've been able to find. So we're going to do one of these, and we're going to swap back here, and we're going to do maybe one of these. We'll hide it like that. So let's create a type for starters. Let's say, where do we want to put this? I got a types. Yeah. I love when past me does things that make it easier for future me. That's great. So we want to have a follow event. And what is that going to have? Well, we can look at our handy dandy notebook here, and we can see that do I want all of this? I tend to just take the things I'm interested in first, but we'll add the broadcaster display name on here. We'll add the broadcaster ID in case we ever need it. And then we want the follow date. So let me tangent a little bit on like an idea that I kind of want to do as well here soon. Probably right after I get this triggered through and working, semi-working at least, is I want to basically run my own database of events that happen on stream. So when somebody follows, and everybody that's getting in here early, I'm going to have to eventually do something special for, because I don't have basically a log or a, what do you want to call it? But I basically want to have an append-only log that just keeps track of any events or any or all events that ever happen on stream and who they were. And we're going to set up probably a database per user and allow all of like those events per user to be written to that database so that we can have an entire history of every interaction. And why? Because as we grow and we have things that can be awarded or things that we can give out or permissions that can be granted to people, it's all going to be based on interactions on stream, solving, like helping out, contributing. I don't know. It's kind of open-ended right now, but I envision this idea of, hey, we have all of the history and we can use that to make decisions on how the stream runs or make like, yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what the potential is. I don't know what the potential is, but I know that it would be really interesting to have that and then use that to inform things that are like in the future. I also noticed that like people tend to like to unfollow and follow again, and Twitch will, at least from what I've seen with some other streamers, it will just replay the notifications. But if I have a log that knows every event that you've ever taken and you attempt to like unfollow and refollow, I can prevent duplicates and solve those types of problems. So, or maybe do fun stuff like you unfollow and then you refollow and it triggers something different on the screen. We call people out who do that or something like that. I don't know. We can have some programming fun. Code Mash, isn't that in isn't Code Mash in Sandusky? Is that the right one? Is that? I've heard of that. Or is that the one in Pittsburgh? That has to be somewhere that I am aware of because I've heard of that. First session, first day, all the demos crashed at the same time for all the speakers. GitHub shut us down because all the simultaneous GET requests from the same conference center IP were interpreted as a denial of service attack. Interesting. Maria to be. No. Everything's going to be SQLite, so is probably the database I'm going to start with because I've been doing a ton of stuff with SQLite. And then we'll probably also have Postgres. Does it upset you when people use TS as an abbreviation for type shit? No, I don't know. No. At Kalahari, yeah. Okay, so that's coming up here in January. And I know that because I would be going to it if I wasn't going to be in Vegas at the same time, going to the Consumer Electronics convention. So there's going to be many people there. Good luck. It's definitely somewhere. That's true. Same organization runs at different ones because MASH itself is in Dusky, usually first week of January. Yep. I know, because everyone I know is getting tickets. No, Remy, I haven't encountered that. Unless you mean by people just declaring any everywhere and defeating the purpose of having types. In Chai, yes. I'd much rather be in Vegas than Ohio in January. Especially given the winter that we're having already. So it's part of the new vernacular. I've not encountered this. Nope. But when I do, I'm gonna go, my friend Remy, he said that. Now I know. Vegas is fun. I don't spend a whole lot of time at the casinos. It's all off the strip, hiking. Do a ton of that in Vegas. It's a great time of year to be out in the desert hiking. January, February, March. All right, what else do we need for our nifty little interface here? How long have we been live? Oh, only 52 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah, we usually run like a couple hours, an hour and a half, couple hours. We'll see where this goes, but I haven't gotten into that whole 8-hour streaming full time business. We out here doing things. Oh, cool. I just got a notification that I got passed through to the next round of this job interview. So, cool. That's fun. We might be working on some cool stuff here in the near future. Some other cool stuff that would be really cool to be able to stream. What about a 56-hour stream? I mean, yeah, 56. We gotta do one more hour than Jess. No. Well, I sit here. I would probably do it. We've got, I don't want to swap to it because I don't think it's on, but we've got another like wide view camera that would be cool to just to like chill, sit here and work. And it doesn't feel like it's such in my face, and could be sharing code and talking to anybody that comes in. Like, I would do it. I feel like maybe we'll get there. I don't know what a 56-hour or an uncapped programming stream on Twitch would look like, but has anyone done that in the software game development like vertical? Has that been done before? Could we be the first? Is this a thing that could happen? I don't know. It is cold. We got so much snow. Also, I like being comfy, so I'm usually in a sweatshirt or something. Awesome, Cyber. Yeah, I've tuned into some of your streams every once in a while. You be playing that game with the cars and the ball and the soccer that I don't know the name of. Stream quality options not available. 1080p is a bit much for looking. Can I change that? I can look into that. I'm going to take a note and see. Rocket League. Thanks, Remy. Olivero. I will. I'll take a note of that and see if what my options are. I'm assuming that for whatever reason there's not a lower resolution. I don't know if that's something I can change. You're making it sound like it's something I can change on my side, so I'll look at it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He, why am I blanking on his name? But Pirate Software. He be doing long streams. All right. So we got a follow date. And then we want the user information as well. So user display name, user display name, which will also be a string. Everything's a string. Everything's a string. Oh, follow date is not a string. Oh, that's the crappy one. Oh, I know this name. I don't. How do you pronounce it correctly? I don't think I've ever said the name, but I recognize Shreem. Emmy. Do I drop the SR? Thanks for the follow. Hey. Glad that you're here. Late is fine. I didn't take attendance yet, so. So stream. Cool. Thank you. I have a tendency to see words and go, yeah, I know what that word is, or I know how to say that, and then you realize you've never actually said that before out loud. It's just up here. And you're like, actually, I might have been saying that wrong forever. And username is a string. All right, so that means that we can come over here and our event, we'll just type that as a follow event. That doesn't want to import for whatever reason. Yes. Why are you yelling? Oh. Wait, they do have types? Hold on. Wait, did I just... Hold on. What is this? There are types. Hey, I probably knew that and then forgot. That's okay. This is... There's definitely going to be there are like two emotes or two things that just have to become a thing if I'm going to keep doing this. One is like into the docs because I spent a lot of time in documentation, and two, it's got to be like barking up the wrong tree because I spend more time than I would like to admit. That's not going to go there. Doing things that I realize, hey, this is probably not what I want to be doing. My train of thought took me way off the rails. Where does this come from? This comes from the event subbait. From here? I don't. No, it's not being imported from there. Where? Yes, I understand it's here and it's being exported out of there, but what file it's exportable event subbase. Do I have that? Maybe? Does that work? Hey, okay. We found it. Cool. Great. Love it. Autocomplete. So effectively, all this is going to do is listen to this event and then where you need to pass a message to our message bus. For the record, we are using Nats. This is what we're using for the message bus, nats.io. So if anyone wants to check it out, oh goodness, here we go. Move this back over here. This is what we're using. It's becoming super popular in cloud and distributed systems as an alternative to something like Kafka. They support your basic pub sub, fire and forget. They support requests and reply. It works slightly different from my understanding and what the limited stuff I've done with it, where you can request, you basically send a message to a channel and you ask for a reply on a particular channel. So it is still asynchronous rather than a typical like HTTP request reply that's synchronous, but it does that request reply. And then they have this thing called Jetstream, which is effectively like the Kafka storage portion of Nats, where you can persist messages and allow subscribers to come in at a later time and subscribe and then read a bunch of messages from that channel or service that they call it. So it's been good. I've wanted to like test it out and put it to use, and this project kind of was fitting for it. So it sits in the middle of all of these other little programs that we've got, and all the programs do is send messages back and forth to one another over Nats. Recommend checking it out if you have not. Hey, Gray. Hey, Gray Fox. Yes, I am, in fact, a real, actual person on the internet. And off. We do be doing things out in these streets, not just on the interwebicals. So, all right, we don't need this follow event because, silly me, we can just use the events. So, I have a... All right, we're going to... Hey. Okay. I have a library that is in chat. The organization of this project has kind of been evolving, to say the least. And what I'm finding is that I put things certain places that now need to go elsewhere. Maybe for now. I do a lot of the cleanup off stream because I think that's probably like the most boring part is like, hey, let me just refactor this and think about it and reorganize it and play with it. That's probably less exhilarating than this. Let's just copy this file in here. So we'll work off the same code, but I'll pull that out later. It's not very long. What this does, this just gets me a NAT client using the environment variables that I already have set. So we can basically we can import Nats client from Nats, and then I can basically call it to get a bus back. So we'll just call this up here next to our logger. I've been calling it bus is equal to Nats client, and that takes care of connecting over yet another WebSocket to our message bus. And then in here, we can do bus.publish, or I can remember that this is async and I need to await this. I It's throwing me off because the object complete's not there, but that should be right. Let's go back here. We'll just look at this. Here, bus, publish, yeah, okay. And we'll give it a topic, and this is going to, so I've arranged my topics around basically the service that it needs to be sent to, and we've got those core services. We've got Slobs, which is the Streamlabs OBS, we've got Twitch, we've got the bot, and that's pretty much it right now. The alert box is triggered by Slobs, so we want to publish this to Slobs. And what we want is, I have a format for this, which is this, and I'm going to steal it. Where we are basically sending a message that contains a command. So it's going to tell when the Slobs receives it, it will match against the command, and then it will pass the arguments into some function that gets called for that command. So this command might be follow. That sounds good to me. And our username is going to be event.username. No. What is it? Why did username show up? Oh, user capital N. Like that. So effectively, with those 2-3 lines of code added in here, when a follow occurs, we should get a message sent across the bus that tells Slobs. If we come over to Slobs, over here, and we've got very, very basic. Where is it? Got too much going on in here. Message handler. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's not. That's the library. Streamlabs. That's the service. There. So we've got our Nats message handler, and we can come in here. We can add follow, and we need to do something. That create and show source needs to be changed, because those need to be create and show source. Right now, that's tied directly to the shoutout command and pulling in the random clips, as we can see here. Really, that should be parameterized so that we want to create and show source for many things. In this case, we want to also create and show a source, but we want it to be we want the content to be different. We want the URL to be different. So what program you write? Right now, we're just building stuff for Twitch. What program I write elsewhere has been the last almost half decade has been in cybersecurity. So cybersecurity products. Cyber wants a shout out. Cyber, you get a shout out. We'll test it. Let's go to here, and let's. I always like to watch it. There's your soundless clip, because I just noticed that, yeah, there's no audio going out over stream for those clips. They're playing here. I hear the audio. None of y'all get audio. That's actually not a. It's not necessarily it's not a programming issue at all. It is me not routing audio out of my Streamlabs to stream, so it's just playing out of my speakers. Well, there you go, Cyber. There's your shout out. Playing Rocket League. Now, when I'm big and famous, that's going to cost you like some biddies. But we're just a teeny tiny startup right now, so we're flexible. All right. This is where we need like the exclamation point lock in. But I don't have a command for that yet, but we will. That's on the list. That's definitely happening. 3 American doll hairs. Beggars can't be choosers. I mean, it's what the market, if that's what the market dictates. We probably want to refactor this, though, to be honest. We need... I want to like refactor this piece too. Like this is going to change because I hate switch cases when they're used like this, but I do want to just have a single function that gets called out of here that then triggers everything that needs to be done. But I think within that function, so I'm imagining like I could just write like a shout out function that gets called inside of that. Yeah, okay. I know that probably doesn't make any sense to anybody, but that's my brain talking. For this new thing they just released with Twitch and share chats. Well, now also share viewers. I think it's like an easier route to affiliate or partnered with the right co-streamers. Oh, so like if you go, I saw in my dashboard that they keep pushing like the co-stream stuff and the shared chats and all that. So if you were to like co-stream and do something with a larger person than, or someone with that is affiliate, someone or that is a partner who has many awesome people hanging out in their streams, then you would benefit from that as well. That's dope. Do you know anybody? Does anybody here know anybody who might be a partner or becoming a partner soon? No. Might want to hang out, do co-streams together? No? I didn't think so. So yeah, let's just do that here. Again, it'll get cleaned up. We're going to refactor this. But I'm just going to call this shout out. Shout. And it makes me want to shout. And I think all of this, well, to a degree, we need to figure out what if I want to create and show source. This is handling, this shows it, and then we wait the duration. So yeah, let's walk through this real quick. This is the function that gets called when we do the shoutout command. Basically, the chatbot sends a message across NATs and says, hey, I want you, actually we can go right here. Right here. Here's the chatbot. here's how we are adding commands, right? So here's the secret command that nobody knows about. You can do !woof and you get woof woof back. But I created this little thing. We can add a command, and if !so, you can, this callback will be invoked. And again, all it's publishing is a shout out in the username across the wire. That gets picked up here. This function gets called, the create and show source. We go get the broadcaster ID. We go get some of their clips. We calculate a random number. We get a random clip. We get the clip, that clip's duration. Right now, I can get the active scene, which is what I probably want to do. I don't want to just get my programming scene, but I spend almost all of my time, except for like the beginning and the end, on my programming scene. So right now that's hard-coded as is. That will change or needs to change. Gets the scene, and we add an item to the scene. And then we set a timeout that lasts essentially the duration of that clip. And then we call remove and remove that scene from Streamlabs. So that's how the shout out is working. So this is really all, like, this right here is the nuts and bolts of creating and showing a source. A temporary source. Where we add the source to the scene and then we clean it up. So this is really, so if we, really all of, come on, this is the shout out. And then it calls create and show source. And let's change the, we're just gonna do a quick refactor here. Username goes here. This now calls shout out, passes in the username, does everything it was doing before, comes down. We want to eventually await this. Create and show source. That's not going to take a username anymore because this just cares about adding and removing the browser scene, but we need to know what, like, where to add it to. So create and show source, we're showing a source on a scene. So we need that. And so this guy will come in here. This will now become scene generically. Now you need to push the audio out through another channel. We get the audio. I'm just not, I've my like routing, my mixer and my voice meter, like virtual mixer, is not correct at the moment. So my desktop audio is coming through, like it's coming out of my speakers. My speakers are not being routed across stream. So if I did that, we would all get, in fact, I could do that. Maybe it's not as hard as let's see. I get distracted very easily. Hold on, let's test something. Is this going to, oh, that's going to go out for that. All right, let's test. Okay, so you should be getting audio now. So if we come back here, let's give, because Ali was awesome and rated everybody in here in the beginning, let's try and give her a proper shout out. I think there should be audio now going out. Is there still no audio? What the heck? Let's try this. Was there still no audio? I could have swore that it... I have to look into that. I tried. It's the thought that counts, right? Sorry. We'll get there. We'll get there. I warned everybody when we came in here that this was this is kind of, I mean, I don't want to necessarily just apologize because it's kind of what it is, right? Like, this is perfectly imperfect to a degree. We're building stuff. That's the objective here. Things are going to break. We're going to watch them break live, and we're going to laugh, and we're going to bang our heads, and that is the process. And as long as it's not deterring anything, then I'm fine with it. Oh, was it just a silent clip? Did I get baited? Okay, I mean, that would be my luck. Well, again, thank you. Shout out the lovely and magnificent, obsessed Allison_Ace for bringing in so many lovely people at almost the start of my stream. So. All right, so we're refactoring this. Gotta focus back in. All right. Are we good? We got a shout out. That creates a scene. We've got a scene. We moved everything out of here. So we need a URL. We want to pass in the URL for this is actually more like showing a browser source. Oh, no, it's a scene. But it's specifically a browser source. So what is this? This is really... Should this even be separated? Or was it just like named wrong? I mean, these two are the only things that are connected. But it's specific to the shout out. You add it, then you remove it. And they're already calling their respective... I'm kind of hating that idea now. What if we put that back? Hold on. Abort! Reverse! What if we just do this? Watch. It's so fast. Boom. Boom. And it's done. Oh. And that's done. Shout out user with random Twitch clip. What is follow going to be? Follow is... Gonna call follow. And it's still going to pass in the username. That's fine. This. Yes. 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 And... How do we want this to work? We want to... So I think I'm going to always have my alert, because I have to have the server running somewhere. So that alert always has to be up. So it really is toggling. It's toggling visibility. It is not... gotta think. We need to. This is running. Well, all we need to do is change. Or this needs to go get something somewhere. What if we just write a file? What if we just keep it simple? I kind of hate that, but how is this going to get changed? We could reach out and grab it from somewhere. Which is probably what we want to do. What if we just, I'm just thinking that the simplest thing might be writing a file right now. So if instead of getting this hard-coded text here, we, oh, but this is over in, this is in the browser. That's the other thing. Oh, we could write it to, we gotta think on this for a second. Write it to local store. It gets it. Where does it get it from? I haven't looked at what a Nats client in the browser would look like if I wanted to go that route. Okay, I'm voting for writing the file. So we will... Let's create another function. And all this is just get username. This is in the browser. What we're gonna do is we're going to write a file because everything's like close together again. And we're just trying to get for a proof of concept beginning to end, and then we clean it up. If we go and say Streamlabs will receive the message and it will write out a file for our alert box in the public directory, and then it can fetch itself yeah. We can just do this all. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm thinking too much. Chat, I'm thinking too much. Use effect. Come in here. Let's add some. We don't need any dependencies. We're just going to call it when it mounts. Call it when it mounts. Call it when it mounts. We are going to. We want the username. That is state. Use state. That is a empty. It's going to be null. It's going to be null to start off with because that's what we're doing. We're going to, on this component mounting, we're going to create a function, create an async function. And we're going to call it get username. And inside here, we're going to wait. We're going to call fetch. And we're going to fetch just username.txt. Sure. Response. And then username. Response.body. I work with JSON so much, but I just want to read exactly what is in that file. Does that work? Lug. Username. And let's call get username. And we don't want to return if we don't have a username. We're not going to render anything. And don't need you anymore for right now. This not great, but that's the only way I have of like overriding that right now. Quick and dirty. We'll move this down here, and this will be username. Cool. Oh yeah, we need to set username to, we'll call that here. Username. Can't use username because I already have. Let's go this body. Yeah, what is this? Text? I think that's what it is. I think that consumes the body. That's fine. Okay. Do the thing, set the thing, render the thing, all the things, and cool. We should have, this should work. We should just have nothing if we come back here and do, oh yeah. Oh, so we're getting the whole document. Oh yeah, because that doesn't exist, so it's just giving me the 404. But if I make this file exist, and I say, oh, let's shout out Gray Fox. Let's put his name in here. Reload it. Yay, we've got, sorry, the underscores aren't coming through because my character set only has A through Z lowercase. So apologies at this moment, at this juncture. But we are reading our file and it is working. So if our Streamlabs simply writes that file, then Bob's your uncle. We got it. So in follow, what's the first thing we want to do? We want to write the file, write the username to file. We have to do that first. Then we want to toggle visibility of follow alert. Then we want to wait till follow alert done. Then we want to we probably don't need to clear that file. We can probably just stay there. Because if another follow comes through, the first thing it's going to do is overwrite. Okay. Do we have FS in here? Nope. Import FS from FS promises. Why? Oh. Duh. So we want to write file. And where do we want to write? We want to write to up 1, up 2, over to alert box, down to public, down to username.txt. The data we want to write is simply username, and we'll use this character encoding. Cool. So that should do that, I think. And then we want to toggle visibility. So we don't have this written yet in our slobs library. I do not believe that we have a toggle visibility, because it would be great if we did. What is this? Let's switch up the tunes a little bit. Toggle visibility of that. So let's jump into. Oh, we need. So all of Streamlabs uses a JSON RPC, and I need the docs on that again because I don't know what it is, but we will show scene, show source. I don't know what else we're going to need. It's probably like the actual source. Context request, and I don't know what it is at this juncture. Let's go. I'll go over here. We need to probably the sources service. Oh, actually, I think there's an example on here. Maybe set visibility, resource. Gets the scene. I need this scene item. So I think I should have that here. We need to get source, and I have don't I have yeah, this guy. We need to find the scene. So we can probably just steal this for now, because it's on this scene. And then is this up to date? Oh, it's not. I should just have to rerun this, and it will give me, because I have it outputting. Yeah, there's my source. So with this ID, so const follow source is equal to programming scene dot nodes dot find the node, where the node dot ID is equal to this. Oop. Now we can show source, and we need our the request context. And the source should be our follow source. That might be not there. We'll just force it to be. We'll await that. Let's see if we can at least get that far. Try running that. Let's say, so what needs to be passed in here? Oh, why isn't everybody like yelling at me? Everyone's lurking. I forgot I left that up. I was just running with it. Scene item. So I believe that's the resource ID. This. Set visibility. True. Yeah? How do we feel about that? We gotta turn up the jams a little bit so that we're all having a good time. All right, well, we can run that. Well, we know that. All right, we're gonna have to kind of mock this a little bit. We know that. Gotta love GitHub. Yep. We need to. That gets published there. So as long as this gets published here, this will fire. And we should see the source. That's what we're trying to test. So if let's do this because it's easier than asking people to follow. Which would be great. I mean, if people want to, if you want to, now's your chance. If you haven't followed, you can follow and see if this triggers it or if it breaks. But without forcing people to have to follow, we can set it up as a chat command. We can say, let's come over here to woof woof woof. I really wanted to get a Twitch username for woof 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 so I can make him my bot, but it doesn't look like, it looks like it's already taken. Let's add another command. So I'll use my commander, add. Yell at me. I'm not leaving the browser up. Let's just make it follow. And I mean, it's almost going to be exactly like this. So we're just going to do this. We're just going to do this. I like this song. Follow. And we're going to, the username here, follow. It's the same message. So, all right, we'll restart you. And now we can test it. So if we do an exclamation point, follow, I don't know, demo user. Nope. It broke. Well, it did something. No such file or directory. That makes sense. All right, well, we attempted to do something. Where's this going from? This is... I'm not using... I could bring in path, but... Yeah, Cyber, you like that? We broke it. So path dot. Oh, what is it? Follow me. Enter name. You want path dot join. Enter name. And this. This is a function. What is it? I forget. Somebody help me. I forget what the Oh, it's just under, it's just this. Yeah. Maybe. We'll give it another go. See if it finds it this time. Hey! 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 Yo! This way. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Yo! W's in the chat. Let's go. Oh, see? Anybody who got excited at that, anyone who's hanging out and got excited by that, you're in the right place. We're going to have a lot of fun. Oh, I hate the stream delay because I don't think y'all are seeing this. I know y'all aren't seeing this when I do it. So the reactions in chat are delayed and I just have to sit here all by myself and figure out what I'm doing. But well, yeah, there we go. There we got some W's. Thanks, Cyber. Yeah, that was, I mean, that was, that's it. That's end to end. That is what we were, that's what we were going for. And it is rough. Like, hold on, let's do this. Like, I get it. It is very rough right now, rough around the edges, but we were able to test it. We were able to go end to end, pretty much end to end, right? So I'll wire that up to the actual follow events. In fact, all right. It's up. All right, I'm going to come back here one more time. This is your chance. Anybody who's listening, anybody that's out there, if you have not followed, it should be working. So if you follow up right now, you will be the first live viewer to trigger this. It could be you. Could be you. Who wants to do it? We've got the bus, the message bus. It's right there. Anyone? Any takers? Have we earned a follow yet? I'm waiting for the chat delay. I'm looking at the notifications. Does that deserve a follow from anyone out there? Well, I hope to continue making content like this. And oh, wait, there we go. No, what happened? Why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? No. All right, well, then it's a good thing that Cyber unfollowed and refollowed because it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Man, I was so excited, but that's what we do here. I saw the event go off. Did I not restart this? I might. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait. I might not have restarted. I might not have restarted. Yeah, I know I didn't restart it because the Nats client is not installed. Hold on. Okay. Cyber, if you want to be a real one and hang out and just give me un momento, you can follow again. But yeah, I know I didn't restart this because the Nats dependency wasn't even installed. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, Cyber, we already know that your name is not going to come through correctly. Unless I like lowercase this stuff really fast. Oh, not wrong one. All right, maybe it'll actually work. So if you care to take another stab at it, we'll give it one more. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Cyberial from the Nova days. Let's go. I love that. Thank you so much. As I hope that there's at least a handful of people out there that are as excited about that as me, because there is so much more to come, and but that's pretty much what we do here. I appreciate everybody who's been hanging out. I must go teach class now, but I can leave you in the hands of a very capable woman who's really funny and gets into all sorts of mischief, but we love her. So if you're not aware or have not met my friend, Miss Jessica Grace, go say hello. We don't have we got a raid message. This is what we can do. Hold on. Stick around. Give me 2 seconds. We're going to get a raid message here. All right, ready? This is the raid message. Right. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do... There we go. Here's a raid message. We're going to go storm it. Go storm it with that. I appreciate everybody who hung out, everybody that came from Allie's stream. Thank you. We'll be back here. I've been streaming like 3-4 times a week lately, so we'll be continuing down this path. We'll be having fun. I appreciate the lurks. Oh, Cyber. All right. Whatever you choose, whether you want my like silly little raid message or you want to take Cyber's, which is way better than mine. We got to get affiliate. We got to get some emotes. We're doing this. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I do appreciate everybody hanging out. Let's go say hi to Jess. All right. See y'all over there.